Hey everyone, this is Shanta and coming to you today to do something a little bit different. I was watching a video that Miani or Barbadian261 had uploaded earlier this morning on your financial situation and using the secret or working the secret. And Spirit just compelled me to reach out to her and basically, I guess, to, share, yeah, it works for me too, and to also point her in the direction of something to say, hey, if anybody comes to you saying, hey, I have problems with it, I can't seem to, get it, that there was some other authors or, thoughts that I, had ran across in my research basically that I thought could be helpful. I love like self-help, positive intent, law of attraction. I love all those books. I probably have every one of them, honestly. And I don't work all of their methods. I do not, because some of them aren't me. They're not intuitive to me. But I do enjoy reading them and having them because who knows? Maybe one day they may become me, or I may run across somebody that I think, hey, you know what, this might help you. And I've done that often with my books. I'll have a book and I may read it all the way through or just glance through it, but and then I'll have a conversation with somebody and I say, you know what, I got a book just for you, and I'll give it to them. And that's actually what happened with the books that I'm going to tell you about right now. They were physically in my library collection and I've given them away. But now I have them on my Kindle, so I don't have I can't hold up the books to you, but but that's why. But anyway, just get on to the gist. Everybody basically at this point knows about affirmations. Affirmations are, I'm so thankful that I'm so wealthy. I am thankful that I'm so healthy. I am so grateful and thankful that I have the best relationship I ever had. You say these things over and 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 over, and your mind, your subconscious is supposed to make this materialize. It's supposed to make this turn into your reality. Sometimes that is hard because we may have self-esteem issues. We may have so much crap going on that we cannot even believe just a smidgen of positivity. So this, and then it doesn't work because you have to believe. It's ask, believe, receive. You have to believe. If you don't believe it, it's not happening. It is not happening. So, I read a book called The Secret Code to Success. And in that book, he talks about affirmations. And affirmations are positive questions. Why am I so happy? Why do I have such a wonderful husband? Why are my children so successful? Why is my business so successful? Why do I have enough? Why am I enough? And basically the premise is that putting the question out there will cause the universe to have to find your answer. You don't have to, make a list to say, okay, this is why I am so happy. The universe is supposed to give you these things to make you happy, to answer that. So, things should start to manifest that make you happy. Clientele or whatever should start coming to your business to make your business successful. Things like that. So that is, if I'm finding that I just don't have enough positive in what I'm trying to get done. If things are, so much negative stuff is happening around what I'm trying to do, then asking positive questions can help. And because it's not making your mind believe something that is so far fetched. And so that's so that is one way that definitely helps me. Another author that I like to read that I told her about was Florence Shinn, and her books are called the game of life and how to play it. And the reason why I like her books are actually, well, let me just stop right here. Her books are very dated. they were written in like 1925. So the whole spiel, the talk, the monetary values that she's talking about, it's very dated, but I still really love the book. And a lot of it comes from the fact that when you read a lot of these new age books, everything is the universe, karma. They're not very. God isn't in them in that aspect. I know why they do it. I know why, because it makes it appealing, mass appeal. And not everybody's a Christian. Not everybody has that kind of that doesn't speak to everybody. So I definitely understand why they don't. But for me, I do like to give thanks to God for the things that are good and positive in my life. And so reading the reading her works, because she quotes the Bible, and along with her affirmations and things like that, it just it feels good to me. I probably read her book about twice a year. So the version I have is like a 4 volume set. I mean, all of her books are very short. So like the one book that's like 4 of her books is maybe 200 pages at the max. But yeah, I read that maybe about a couple times a year, just to have that. I don't know, just to reset my mind, to remember, okay, you're saying what you want, you're being positive, you're putting it out there like you should. And for that, it's just she's big on the affirmations, so her book has tons of affirmations. But the big thing that she talks a lot about is your intuition and your hunches. She says that your hunches is God talking to you, and you should always follow your leads. And like she says in her book, don't not miss a trick. So again, I said it is dated, but that's very true. When you don't trust yourself, you don't trust your intuition, you're not listening to that voice inside of you. You can definitely be missing some messages from the universe, from God, whatever you like to hear or think your messages come from. And I guess what I would do to kind of close this, because I don't want it to get too long, but I will basically tell us the story that I told Miani. And I would say, prior to meeting my husband, I've been in good relationships, but I've never been in progressive relationships. They never really amounted to, like that kind of status. It just didn't work out that way, and that was frustrating to me. I didn't like being in the friend with benefits zone. I didn't like the friend zone. I didn't like that kind of just ambiguous status. It didn't gel well with me. And sometime around about May of 2010, I wanted that to change. And so I wrote down in this little journal, May 14th, 2010. Have a healthy romantic relationship that leads to marriage by the time I'm 30. Be a good wife and mother, and be in love with the man I share my life with, and him in love with me. And that's all I wrote. I haven't done anything else since in this book. Book is blank, because I love journals, but I'm terrible at journaling. So I haven't done anything else. I didn't, write it down every day. I didn't repeat it every day. I didn't do any of that. Sometime after that, I'm sure I had Mr. St. John's book prior to that part in May, but I started either reading it again or something happened, and I started asking myself the question, why am I the one so loved? And I even, I worked for the state at the time, and I made a shortened version or something that kind of made sense to me of my password when I would have to log in at work. And you know, when you walk away from your computer, if anybody has any knowledge of the government, if you walk away from your computer, it logs you out basically. You know, after like 5 minutes, you're like logged out, and you just have to constantly every day. You just have to constantly put in your password like a billion times a day. It seems like. So I was constantly putting in this kind of shorthand code for myself that made me think in my mind, why am I the one so loved? And so that was May of 2010, and I met my husband that August of 2010. And so I met him before I turned 30. And I was married before I turned 31. So to me, that's pretty good. That's pretty good timing there as far as what I asked for. And these are all things. I mean, I didn't jump on that man's back and tell him, you know, they could marry me or anything like that. I didn't. I did no such thing. He came on his own accord on that one. And so yeah, I mean, I can't tell you anything more than that. And I didn't write down like this list of what he should be and how he should look and what he should do, because you know, honestly, at that time in my life, I didn't really trust myself to make the good decision to know what healthy was supposed to be. So yeah, I would not have trusted myself to ask for everything that my husband is for me, because you know, sometimes when all you've had is dysfunction, you really can't, you really don't know what good is, honestly. In a lot of aspects, you just don't know. And you know, I know God knows what I needed and what I, you know, always wanted in a person, you know, in my limited scope of mine. But you know, I feel like he's so much more than that. And you know, that I couldn't have written him down any better if I did know better. So yeah, so that's basically it. I'll probably come on here and do just a little quick update video, because some other things been going on, and you know, just, I don't know, just shoot the breeze, I guess. And but yeah, so open discussion. You know, check out Miani's channel. You know, she has several videos posted where she talks about the secret. You know, if y'all want to start a discussion here about what works for you, what doesn't work for you, you know, feel free. You know, because this is just for me. You know, you have to find what works for yourself, and you know, who you are and what you like and what you don't like, and what, you know, what feels real to you. You know, because that's the thing. Ask, believe, receive. You have to, that believe part is the mountain, basically, I find, in manifesting what you desire. That really honest to true heartfelt believing, you know, is where I think a lot of people get hung up. And yeah, so if you could find a way to really actually get into that motion and get into that feeling, then you know, you'd be amazed what will come into your life. All right, so be back in a few. Be good. Peace.